Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Carly and Convo. Today we're joined by the lovely Simon Webbe. If he's not going to be muted because I just told him to behave. There we go.
One
Weird.
love.
He's here. Hey.
Yeah, I just thought I might just drop that just in case people don't recognise it and go, who's that?
No, we all come on. Blue are back. How can they not even know? We're back in town, aren't we?
Yeah, we're doing our thing. Couple of songs we've dropped. I think 3 songs we've dropped. Touring in December, arena tour. So yeah, looking forward to it.
I have seen that. So what should we expect from the tour then?
A bit of memorabilia. Some tracks from the past. We're just going through the set list at the moment, and we're not sure exactly what it's going to be, but a few tracks from the brand new album as well, Heart and Soul, which is out on October 28th. So
that's very exciting. So lots going on.
Lots going on.
Are we seeing any kind of collabs with anyone, or is it just you, straight up you guys? Do you know who's going to be any support acts or anything like that?
Yeah, we're on tour with Megan McCall. We're with Bewitched, and there's going to be a couple of other support acts as well. So
all under wraps. It's all going on.
So yeah, it's going to be amazing.
It's very exciting. I think I remember seeing you guys at the Snug Sofa event. It was like one of your first performances after lockdown or something.
Yeah.
And I was loving it in the front row. So viewers and fans listening, they're going to put on a show. Trust me.
Yeah,
so
it will be. It'll be amazing.
So apart from blue stuff, music stuff, what else has been going on with you? Anything else that we don't know
Yeah,
about?
I've got stuff going on. Just helped build a school in Gambia, which I've never said to this anybody. I'm in the NFT space. I'm building. There's a lot of things going on right now. Do you remember LimeWire?
Yeah.
Well, they're making a comeback, so we've just partnered with them. So yeah, just lots going on. We call it at the F8 Club. Check us out on the Instagram.
Oh, nice.
See exactly what we're doing.
You've just helped. That was really casually thrown in that you're helping build a school in Gambia. That was very.
Yeah, we've done it. Yeah, we've done it.
That's big stuff. I've not heard about that. What kind of drove you to get into that then?
It's just something that we wanted to do because we can.
Yeah.
I dropped my first. I think I'm the first artist in the UK to do an NFT, which is on a app called OpenSea. You can check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And at Lil Baby, I think his name is, the rapper from America.
Yeah.
He bought 5. This is my first time experimenting in the NFT space. Snoop Doggy Dogg and all those guys do it all the time. I was like, let me do a little bit of research, through the lockdown period, and obviously when all your financial incomes are stopped because of the pandemic, you have to start thinking outside of the box. So I've got a few ideas coming your way.
No, it sounds like kind of like the future of music, which is probably a little bit more techie for my brain to handle, but I'm sure you know your stuff.
It's very simple, like Simon. Just come on over and we'll explain.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we are here to talk about obviously Strictly stuff. You did it a while back.
Yeah.
But before I was going to say, what has changed most for you since your time on Strictly? But I think we've just seen a big picture of.
I've gotten fat. Got that dad bod now.
No, I don't believe that. Yeah, I think if my math is right, 8 years ago, I think it's 2014. If that's 8 years.
I mean, when people say that to me, it only feels like a couple of years ago. But 8 years ago, I think it had such a massive impact on me, in the sense of how physically demanding it was, the pressures of performing every Saturday and then waiting for the votes to come in and seeing when you're in the bottom 2 or the bottom 3. Sorry, I was in the bottom 3 like three weeks in a row.
Oh,
I remember, and or 2 weeks in a row, and then I ended up there again against Pixie Lott, who was, for me, in my opinion, the best dancer there. And I thought, oh man, this is it. I'm going home now. But got through that stage, and it's just a lot of ups and downs. It was it was like an emotional roller coaster.
I was going to say,
one of the best things I ever tackled.
I was looking back at some of your best bits on like YouTube and stuff, and I think Len Goodman had coined you the comeback kid because you kept going and coming back, and you were in the top 2 and coming back.
Yeah, I was obsessed with ballroom, and keeping that frame and that arm. You see the arm up there? Can't do it now. got really bad shoulders right now, but I was obsessed because I remember I think I did the tango, and Len was like, "What's this elbow going up and down. And I was like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. And my mum was like, you better get the elbow fixed. I was like, Mum, it's a TV show. She was like, no, you got to get it right.
Oh,
So, yeah.
were you kind of nervous, say, before your first ever kind of live show? How nerve-wracking was that? Were you embarrassed?
I was nervous every single show, especially when it's like, and introducing the next dancer is Christina and Simon Webbe, and I'm hearing the voice and I'm seeing the camera, and then I'm thinking of all the moves in my head. I'm like, what's the first step? Is it my right foot or left foot? Oh my God! And all of a sudden you're into it. But that's got to be down to the coach and whoever you're with.
Yeah.
And just repeat in rehearsals. It was so repetitive. It was so draining. But when it came to that 1.5 minute dance, it just came to you and then flew by.
I didn't know if you'd actually be that nervous because you obviously had a lot of performing experience. You know, Blues had their choreo steps back in the day with routines, but that didn't even kind of touch the surface. You were still on the day.
You're either a nervous person or you're not.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
Especially when you're stepping into a space that's brand new for you as well. I thought, got a little bit of rhythm. Yeah, I'll be able to do this Strictly Come Dancing lark. Yeah, of course. Got in there and I was like, this is alien to me. She's like, no, your body's not meant to move like that. It's meant to move like this.
Oh.
So, yeah, it was mind blowing, but the best experience I've ever had.
What would you say the best part of it kind of was for you? So you did really well on the show. You were not very lucky, got to all the way to the final. But what was the best part?
I'd say getting to Blackpool. I think that was my target. My realistic target was I'm not going to make the final, but I'd love to be able to get to Blackpool, and by then I would have learned about 10 dances, 10 professional dances, and that was basically. And I said, if I do that, I've hit my target and I'll enjoy myself. And I just remember coming out the gate with the jive, and all of the dancers were like, that has got to be the best jive we've ever seen. And then Craig went, that was ridiculous. And I was like, oh. Got all emotion, got into my feelings and all that. I was like, what out there? Everyone's telling me. But yeah, it was very, very hard for me to realize, look, constructive criticism is good, Simon.
Yeah.
Because, come, when you're told yes all the time with everything that you're doing in your space with Blue, yeah, that's great. And then stepping into that domain and getting told, don't like your handshake, they look like spades, or your toes aren't pointing enough when you're doing the jive, and the knee action isn't right. And I'm thinking, so I went back and I started breaking stuff down, watching it on videos. I was like, oh right, that's what he means. Oh, I get it. And then look at my jive now, and it's not as good as everyone was saying.
Did you ever argue back with the judges or want to and have to bite your tongue?
Oh no. And then listen, I'm not a professional in that stage. If I was on the panel of X Factor or something, yeah, then I've got a lot to say.
Yeah.
Because I know that. But when it comes down to that, obviously I don't want to hear criticism because I'm like, my mom's watching, don't you dare. But yeah, it never crossed my mind. And I think I watched other contestants kind of overstep the mark, and they were soon out the door. So
you learn, you're clever.
Oh yeah, it's manners, isn't it? It's manners. Like I say, I was in my feelings for the first few weeks because of the pressures, especially like after the drive, and I was like, yeah, and then got to Craig, and he was like, nah, terrible. For about 3 weeks, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I feel like sometimes they have to give slightly lower marks to help you build your journey up. If you're just going to soar through like that, that's not so much TV entertainment. I feel like they have to give you a little bit of a.
Well, this is what I've been told about TV entertainment and journeys, and the key word of this is my experience. It's not my journey. Do you know what I mean? Like at that moment in time, I'm not thinking about my journey. I'm thinking about getting the steps right because this lady next to me is going to kick my ass if it's not right. So, but yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, for entertainment purposes, they probably do that, but it didn't feel like that.
No, well, I see. You're like, I just want all the good scores now. I don't want who cares about the viewers' point of view?
Listen, I just didn't want to let my family down. That's what it was. But, it was. But like I say, best ever.
Did you ever get whipped too much into shape by Christina, or was she just great the whole time? Oh, stunning. Oh, that's got a centerpiece. We just got told this was the man cave with all the special plaques. So Strictly has got a central part.
Sorry. Yeah. Christina was she had me in at 9 o'clock, and I wasn't leaving till 8-9 o'clock at night. So for me, I was like, look, it's a 1.5 minute dance. Surely I can get it right.
Yeah.
But for her, it was technique. It was do this right. We heard what the judges said last week. We've got to get this right, because what a lot of people don't realize is that the contestants. It's not just about the contestants. It's about how far the professionals go as well in the show, which determines how much they're going to work that year.
Yeah.
In their own space, which is the dance world, whether they're going to get theatre tours or whatever. So it's very, 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 very competitive for them.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise that, and she didn't make me realise that, which I really respected about her as well. So.
Do you ever stay in touch now? Do you ever hear from her, or just?
I haven't spoken to Christina in at least six years. I might have bumped into her, but yeah, when you're in the bubble, you're there every day, and you're like, oh, we'll be friends forever. Yeah. Call me anytime.
But I'm sure you might still pick up if she reached out or something like that.
Of course, yeah. If she reached out or vice versa, it's a birthday or whatever, then you get a little message. But yeah, we don't speak on a daily basis or weekly basis. Of course.
A lot of stars have come off the show and said it did a lot for their confidence. They were feeling a bit sexy, all the glitz, glamour, the outfits. Did you definitely come into your own and feel a little bit when you were on the show?
Yeah,
all
definitely.
The pizzazz going on?
Well, I don't know if anybody knows this, but at the time I was doing Strictly. I was also doing Blue Gold Mad in Ibiza. So I was flying in and out of Ibiza in between rehearsals and the TV show, filming that for ITV2. And I was on tour with the big reunion.
Oh my God.
All at the same time.
Wow.
So I was burning the candle at both. Like, I was filming until 2 a.m, getting on a plane at 4, landing at Heathrow at, say, 6, and then in the studio for 9.
How did you do that? And then be whipped into shape for about 11 hours a day?
And then that night, shot a live show. Then after that, the Sunday after the results, flew back to Ibiza. And then came back during it, like on a Tuesday, and then was on tour with Big Reunion.
How did you manage that? I can't. That's making me. I
really don't know. It was just, I remember my manager looking at me and going, "You sure you can do all of this?" And I was like, "Yeah. No, I just don't think about it. If I think about it, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm going to spiral out." But
I mean, in Ibiza of all places as well. Party town.
Well, we were working because we were running the club, so it wasn't about the partying side of things. We had to entertain people, so we had to stay sober most of the time. So,
fair enough.
But yeah, it was an amazing time of my life, which showed me that hard work can be done no matter the boundaries. So,
do you think you could do all that now, though?
Hell no. Hell, not if I had the choice. No.
Certain times, certain place. I was going to say, did you get to keep any of the glitzy costumes?
No, not none of the costumes, but I got the crystal. I've got my ball from the tour because I won the tour.
I didn't know that. That was bad research from me.
Oh yeah, killed it. I think I won 19 shows out of 31.
Blimey, that's good going.
No one reported that though, did they?
I thought I'd done quite a lot, and then you've just surprised me there. So obviously you did come like runner up, obviously on the main show. How did that feel to get so close to obviously the top spot? Was it guttering or? Yeah,
it was gutting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a winner at heart. I'm very competitive. Of course I want to win. I don't win much. That's why I don't compete a lot because I only compete in things that I think I've got a slight chance of winning.
Yeah.
I thought that out about Strictly as well until I saw, like I say, Pixie Lott dance and Frankie, she danced, and obviously, Caroline.
Yeah, I gotta say, Caroline was the one who took you the top spot. Yeah,
R.I.P. Once seeing them dancing the rehearsals before the show, I was like,
"What have I done?
Don't want to be here." But everybody helped step everybody's game up, and everybody was it was like a little family behind closed doors.
So everyone got on well, because sometimes there's a little bit of clashes going on. But
there was a lot of clashes, but I'm not gonna mention any of that stuff. It can be very, very cliquey with celebrities, and that's one thing I hate about being a celeb. Sometimes you can walk into a room and everyone stops talking. I'm like, why have you stopped talking? Like, now you're making me feel like you're talking about me. No, we're not. This is all it's childish, man. Like, grow up.
But I mean,
I'm that guy that says that in the room, and I don't care who it is.
No, you know I'm normally the same. If there's any awkwardness, I'll be like, should we just air that then? Because I'm not going to pretend it's not happening.
Exactly.
What was the hardest thing about being on the show? Was done the favourite thing? What would you think was the hardest or toughest, most difficult?
The hardest or toughest thing? It's the countdown. It's the countdown, knowing you're next. I think that's the hardest part. Yeah, it's like, because I'm quite right, guys, how you doing? Yeah. How was your dance? How was your week? Tap on the shoulder, Simon, you're next. Oh God damn, I'm trying to avoid this. So. And
you've got to stay composed, haven't you? Because the camera's going to pan on you as well.
Yeah, and I've got to look at my face. That's me concentrating. But if I'm like that 24/7, it looks like I'm moody. So I've got to be
the fake one and hold it all together.
Got to smile a bit more, side. Yeah. But yeah, I would never change any of it for the world. It was an amazing experience, every single second.
I know you said you were in the bottom two a couple of times and you had to do the dance off. Was there any, someone on my team was like, can you ask if there's any signs that that's who's going to be booted off from the judges? Do they give anything away, or is it just nothing?
Oh no, no. When you're in, I did a terrible rumba. I don't know if you could call it a rumba. It was called a rum without the bath. It was the stiffest thing I've ever seen in my life. Swear to God. And I just thought, it's time for me to go, I think. But for some known reason, they saw potential in me. And I think that's where you're right. And when people see potential, judges, they're like, you know what, this dance wasn't for him, but I think next week he's going to rock it. Yeah. And I think after that, it was a Charleston. Mm-hmm. And that was a lot of fun.
Smashed it.
A lot of bouncing around and funny faces, and shows your personality of who you are as well. So and I think once the public got to see that, I think I got a lot of support behind me as well. Especially the first time I was in the bottom two. I think I was against Tom, and I was like, oh man, the big honk rugby player is going to knock me off. Oh, it's too early, man. And they saved me, and it was very, very emotional.
Oh, I know you said obviously Blackpool was a big thing for you to get to. Mm-hmm. What was the difference between performing at Blackpool compared to the kind of the shows before that? Is it much difference? Any more VIP treatment once you get in the dressing rooms or anything like that?
No, the dressing rooms are really tiny in Blackpool.
Are they?
Yeah, it's like a short space. I mean, you put the key in the door, you break the window. That's how small it is.
I was expecting more pizzazz. I don't know why. Like a little bit more.
It's glitz and glass. It's mainly because the dancers say it's more about the floor because it's on springs.
Okay.
So where we dance at the studio, it's not that. It's a platform. That's built for people to dance on. But in Blackpool, it's the most professional dance floor that you can actually dance on in the UK. So, and I think there's a lot of history there as well.
Yeah.
And I got to do my Argentine tango there as well, which was amazing.
I was going to say, is there any other behind the scenes secrets about the show, even in either premise that maybe viewers at home didn't know, or what shocked you going in and you think, oh, didn't expect that to be the way it was?
I mean, you know what goes on behind closed doors stays behind closed doors, babe. I'm sorry, I can't really divulge.
How about the judge? How were your lots of judges and your hosts? Are they all lovely?
When I was on tour, I got to know Craig very, very well, and he's a big softie.
I hear this, which is obviously not the persona that he plays on the show.
Well, when he's doing his job, but because of who he was, and I didn't really know him when I was on the tour, and he was like, "Hey, Simon, come and sit down," and I was like, "Oh,
do you like me?"
I said, you wasn't like this on the show. He does, and then I just saw it as him having his professional head on his shoulders, and when it was time to have a good time, it was time to have a good time. So I really, really respected him about that. Yeah, he's one of the nicest people you ever meet.
He's kind of like the Simon Cowell of the like judging panel when you get a little bit more.
Yeah, so, yeah, and Simon Cowell's exactly the same as well.
Yeah.
You know, when it's, but I've learned a lot about off those two in business about business and what you do as well. So there's time to be professional and there's time to have a laugh.
Yeah, and when it comes to advice for this year's contestants, what do you think is the main thing that they need to remember to kind of get as far as you did in the contest?
I just think just be in the moment at all times, because it's so quick. 1.5 minutes, bang, gone. I mean, we've been speaking for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Right now, and I think
you've done about 10.
I think we've spoken more now than I've been on the dance floor.
Oh my god!
Through the whole season.
When you put it like that, when all the
training you know what I mean?
you've done
so imagine all of the moments that we've not been in, even though I'm answering questions. I'm just trying to make a point that be in the moment, learn your steps. Don't let anything distract you from what you need to do for that Saturday night, because it's not just about you, it's about the people at home as well.
Yeah.
And you don't want to have any regrets.
No, of course.
Looking back and going, oh, I wish I could have done that better. I like my rumba. Yeah.
Is that the only one that sticks out then?
Do you know what? I just couldn't move like that. It was alien to me. I could do the Caribbean wine and all that. Yeah. Like I could get wine down low and all that. but that.
Yeah.
Nah.
You have a natural flow, and that's a little bit like against it. So.
But you know what? I'll be honest with you. I think I was embarrassed.
Really?
To try it.
Is it good? Do you think it's like the street cred you had, and that's kind of completely different to anything?
I would say so. Yeah, I was like, this looks a bit. Nah, this ain't.
I watched a clip actually of you and Christina practicing, and there was one you go, "Do I look stupid? Like, do I look silly?" So maybe it was for that one.
Because it felt it, and this is my point. What I wish I did was embrace it.
Yeah.
And because it felt alien, instead of me going with it, I went against it because it don't feel right.
Yeah.
It don't look right. I don't feel right. So rather than just saying, "Side, this isn't you. This is the rumba. This isn't Simon Webbe, the dance. It's the rumba."
Yeah.
Just like the ballroom dances are what they are, you know. So
I
think that's why I did so well with the ballroom dances, is because, you know, the American smooth or the waltz, I really wanted. You had to be strong and powerful to be able to do that, and manly to be able to lead.
Yeah.
And it's harder for a male celebrity to lead a professional woman.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's taught you to dance.
Yeah.
You know, and you probably don't see it naked to the. I can see when I watch the show who's leading. Because I've experienced it. So I understand that, oh, she's leading this, but it may look to the naked eye, oh, he looks really good. Yeah, he looks really good. And I'm like, no, she's in control of that one.
Is that obviously when you guys first come together, you're with your partner? Is it awkward then? As you said, you've got to now lead the professional. Is there any awkwardness between you now spending so much time trying to then lead this professional, and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing?
I'm a natural leader. I'm a natural leader. I am. So no one was ever going to lead me.
Have you seen anyone in this series struggling a little bit with that, or have you been able to?
I've not been able to catch up. I've just got back from Cyprus.
I'm
away again in this weekend and next weekend. So I've got to play. I'm gonna play catch up at some point. But I have got it on record anyway. So
I did see that one point. I don't know if this was completely true, but you asked to make sure you was with a single partner because obviously the whole Strictly curse stuff, and obviously you got what you wanted, which was brilliant. Maybe other people should have done that over the years? Why was that so important for you?
Yeah, that was very, very important for me, because I didn't want my experience of the show to be overshadowed by the Strictly curse, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I was single at the time, and it was just nice to be able just to dance, and it not mean, oh, you fancy each other, or are you going to get it on? Because that's, if you want me to be honest, that's the kind of thing that was going on behind the scene. Are you two going to get together or what? You know, and it was like, nah.
No.
Sorry to disappoint.
Yeah. Oh, no, but I think that was quite a smart move to get in there first to make sure.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to look, you don't want to have any tension when you're walking into the room the next day when you've got to do your job.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say it, like, just giving your body away to somebody just isn't something that is just willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Not to me anyway. So
no, of course.
So I'd rather use that energy and put it into the dance.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that was a smart move. I was like, oh, he said that. I was like, maybe some other people should have thought about that before.
Maybe.
No, but no, bang on the money. Obviously, your Lee also went on a few years after you.
Yeah.
So did you give him any advice, or did you tease him because he didn't come quite as good as you were in the competition? Bless him,
Listen,
today.
I really don't need to say anything, do I? But Lee enjoyed it. He embraced it. He got as far as he could, and that was that for him.
Oh, bless him.
I was just better. That's all.
Yeah, I was going to say there's got to be some. I know what you had to like in the locker room talk. You must have been like, "Well, he didn't get as far as me, Lee." But...
Well, no, I don't have to say it. That's the thing. I think by not saying things speaks, volumes at the end of the day. So, but yeah, it's not. It was never a competition. I wanted him to do well. I remember actually we was filming the video for King of the World when I was on Strictly, and I walked into the room because in between takes, Christina and I would rehearse. And I walked into the room and Lee went, "Look at you with your chest out. You look like a dancer." And I came walking in like, "Hi guys." Like, and it felt different. Your posture changes. It was an amazing experience.
Oh, we've got a question from some Bethany Laura. How did your dance partner, I'm guessing, get on with the other members of Blue? Did they approve of her? I'm guessing she's talking about Christina. Did she ever get to meet the rest of the boys?
Yeah, she met the rest of the boys. The boys came to a couple of the boys came to the shows a couple of times when we weren't busy. Like I was saying, we was either on tour with Big Reunion.
Yeah.
I think I was meant to be at the O2 one night. At the same time, I was dancing on Strictly. So I think who was it? Bradley from S Club covered me.
Cheers, mate. But I'm not sure it's quite Simon.
Yeah, do you mind jumping on stage with Blue? He was like, yeah, man, not a problem.
I love that for him. I'm sure there were a lot of S Club fans in the audience. But I think they might have been a bit gutted to not have Simon there. But you got to make things work.
Well, I made it work for me.
Oh, bless. Is there anything else we want to add? Anything else I haven't mentioned that's going on with you right now before we disappear?
No, just want to say thank you for picking me to have this interview.
Yeah, Simon, thanks for chatting to me. Thanks for coming on. I'm sure we'll chat again soon.
Yeah, we go way back. I'll get in touch with you anyway with more of the stuff that we're doing in Gambia and stuff like that. And
please let us know. More music soon and tours soon. Everyone, go get your tickets. Are they out yet?
Out now, yeah.
Out now. There we go.
Go to my socials. At Simon Webbe 1 and at Official Blue, and all the ticket information should be there. So
hopefully I will come along and see you guys again perform.
Hopefully I'll see you then.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much, Simon. Lovely speaking to you.
Thank you.
Bye.